So, Harry, obviously a big part of our company is our founding story. We've documented and discussed that before. One of the things that interests people most is obviously the fact that you had the same cancer than I did 3 years prior. And that's something really interesting. So if you just tell us, obviously, how you had a symptom, how you got it diagnosed, and what happened.
So I'd been working as a hospital resident at the time, and I had a lump pop up in my neck, and I didn't think much of it at the time. Just thought it was a lymph node fighting off an infection, something like that. But it actually grew reasonably large, like a grape size, and it didn't go away. And I ultimately had the lymph node taken out. But then the next day or the day after, it was early in the morning, I distinctly remember it, I was in my apartment about to go to work, and I got a phone call from the plastic surgeon, and he said, "I've got some bad news for you." Just those words, "I've got news for you." The rest obviously is a blur, but all I heard was cancer. And he said to me, "You've got what looks like aggressive non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, a B-cell lymphoma." So 24 hours of whirlwind testing, saw a bunch of doctors, oncologist, hematologist, radiologist, had my heart checked, bloods checked, bone marrow biopsy, PET scan, all within a day and a half. So it was horrendous. I was 35 at the time. I just remember thinking, I don't want to die at 35.
And so we met after that, and I remember you telling me that story, and I was like, oh, shit, cancer, you don't want that. And then we were working together with Specsavers on the board, having a great time, revolutionising eye health in Australia. It was incredible. And then I was training MMA, kickboxing, then I just had a sore back. I never felt sick either. And then you told me to get an MRI, and then so the fact of not being sick, not feeling sick, was something that we both shared, because there was no other, for me, there was no other symptom other than sore back.
No, I never felt sick at any point. I just had a lump in my neck, had it taken out, was told I had an aggressive lymphoma, and then was treated and carried on.
So it's funny when you look at it and say, now we're fast forward, we wrote this business plan during my chemo to say, how do we look at natural health? So tell us, obviously you're prescribing GP, your focus now in medicine is on longevity and making us stronger for longer and having stronger health spans. So explain what that is.
Yeah, I think it's easy to understand lifespan. So lifespan is just how long we live. But there's a part of your life, well, part of many people's lives, where you're not healthy. Okay, so the last 10 years perhaps is spent in and out of medical institutions, hospitals, nursing homes, and so forth. So relatively infirmed. This is common in the Western world, where we tend to live a life with a slow decline. And the slow decline is due to chronic illness. So health span is about pushing that period back further. So if we can detect disease early, or the signs of it early, maybe stave off chronic disease, then we get to live a life worth living for a longer period of time. If you could live a really healthy, vibrant, vital 82 years and then die at 83 years, that's a better outcome than living till 84 years. So that means we need enough bone, we need enough muscle, we need enough strength, we need enough flexibility, we need enough mobility to make it through to be a robust 80, 90-year-old. So grip strength is correlated with longevity, with lifespan. It's a marker of muscle mass and muscle strength. So a lot of my time I'm telling my patients, don't be so hard on yourself.
And then we all know alcohol's bad, but then there's a social function. It's a celebration. It's New Year's, or it's your big birthday, and you might have got your dose wrong on alcohol.
Yeah, that's right.
Suck it up. Then the next day, maybe let's try to train a little bit. Let's try to get some electrolytes in and all this stuff. So what are some common fixes? What do we do when we do overdose on food, caffeine, alcohol?
Yeah.
The goal is don't just throw it all away.
That's the thing. Many people are all or nothing. That's a real barrier for most people. And I think just begin again is the approach.
Yeah. So it's just turning up and trying
Just
something.
turning up. As my cycling coach used to say, just put your socks on.
Right.
Once you got your socks on, you're okay.
All these little mantras that we have, and our 60-day challenge that we've got for a lot of customers, how to break bad habits or to move yourself forward.
Momentum.
One in a row.
I don't think we should have New Year's resolutions. You shouldn't wait till January 1 to start. You're wasting so much time. Just begin now. And if you stumble, so be it. Just begin again. Just do something. Just do something. When you do something, you feel in control. We need to be grateful. I found this very important in my life. If you don't utilize gratitude, you are bound to fail to be happy, I believe.
Harry, you've flown all the way from Melbourne here to us in London. Thanks for coming today and giving us your wisdom. The way you do it is a way that I understand.
It's a really exciting time for KURK, really exciting time in medicine, really exciting time in our lives with young families and a fantastic business that's growing. So I'm really grateful and always happy to get over to London. So thank you.